Hey, how's it going? Sebastian Cruz here, head coach at the Elite Physique Academy. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna wrap up Burger Week. We previously did, in case you missed earlier, 2 traditional burger recipes from traditional chefs, and now we're wrapping it up with a fit burger. We've got the triple smash burger from Remington James. Now, Remington James is not a traditionally trained chef. He is a fitness YouTuber who cares about being in shape and maintaining an ideal body weight. Now, when we review this burger to see if it's reasonable for the calories or calorie abusive, not only do I think it's gonna be reasonable, but I have very good reason to believe it'll be even good calorie-wise. High protein, very low calories. It's time to wrap up the show, wrap up Burger Week. Let's get right into it.
The key to making a good burger is you gotta be prepared. A lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening fast. You can't start one process and have to go run for other things. You gotta lay it all out and be ready to make it happen. Let's get it going. Mixing bowl.
Okay, so that gave it away a little bit for Remington that he is not a traditional cook by trade. He is a fit guy who has done a deep dive into cooking for the sake of fitness. Funny to contrast. You would never hear Gordon Ramsay say something like that, for instance.
Most important part of the burger's gotta be the beef. So we're using 224 grams of 96.4 lean ground beef. What's that mean? I'll put on a clinic for you. That means that 96% of this is gonna be protein like we want, and only 4% is gonna be fat. Regular beef you're getting at a restaurant is usually 75% or 80%. That's why it's so calorically dense.
Completely agree with everything he said there. Wow, 96% is crazy lean. Personally, 93 is the highest that I can find almost anywhere. 96, much harder to find. So that's really the only downside, but now that he has it, love to see that he's using that. That is an incredible ingredient.
Weigh it out, that was 221. That was kind of right on the money. Now the thing with lean ground beef like this, there's not a lot of fat in it, so we lose a little bit of that flavor, but we're gonna add it back. Got an easy little seasoning blend here you can throw in, optional.
Yes, fat is flavor. I'm not gonna kid you about that. However, if you just want something to taste good and you're not married to the idea of just having an exorbitant amount of calories, this approach of lean beef and spices, excellent strategy.
Yep, we're not really adding any calories, so I mean, season it however you want, man. No rules in this kitchen. Start off with 3 grams of ground mustard, 2 grams of kosher salt, 3 grams of chili powder, and 3 grams of paprika. Now, it looks like a lot of seasoning, but all that means is a lot of flavor.
Yeah, when you go a little over on something that has like 0 or 1 calories, congrats, you're at 2 calories. So I agree with what he's saying. No real downside there, unless you're watching for salt or something like that.
Go in and make 3 separate patties. Get you a ball, form it up. I like to make mine as thin as possible, that way they cook faster and they taste better. You really don't want to overcook your beef, man. Pro tip.
Now let's see how much butter and or oil he uses to cook these. I wait with bated breath.
Move them off to the side. Next up, we need to get our bacon ready. 56 grams of bacon. But I'm not using regular bacon, I'm using Canadian bacon. Tastes amazing, and it's 97% fat-free. Once again, more protein, less calories. You get what I'm doing here? And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't use regular bacon if the future of the human race depended upon me consuming it. Way too many calories.
He's right. Canadian bacon, when it comes to calories and protein, completely superior choice to normal high-fat pork bacon. So, when it comes to calories, another excellent substitution here to use Canadian bacon.
Weigh out 56 grams. So then what I want to actually do is cut this into strips. I think it's going to look cooler. It's going to cook a little quicker. Although Canadian bacon is already cooked, so me cooking it will add a little flavor, but it's not a necessity, really. If you're short on time, you don't got to cook this stuff.
I would be opposed to eating that raw. This is slimy, fridgy, deli-like turkey bacon. Why are you going to cook a burger and then add it with a slimy, fresh from the fridge piece of Canadian bacon? I think it would be ludicrous to not cook this. Ludicrous.
And once your Canadian bacon is ready to go, sit it to the side. Next up, we just need 4 slices of fat-free American cheese. This is like $1.20 at Walmart. 30 calories a slice, 5 grams of protein a slice. Really can't beat that.
The one thing I would say though is with these fat-free cheese slices, they are pretty much protein squares. So does it make sense to try to save some calories on the cheese? Maybe. And at the very least, use at least like a 2% slice instead of a full fat slice. Commendable for Remington yet again.
And lastly, one of the most crucial steps of a good burger, at least a good anabolic burger, is gonna be bun selection, man. I'm using Nature's Own butter bun. Not because it's a butter bun, not because I think it looks pretty, but because each bun is only 140 calories. When you're looking at the grocery store for buns, bread, whatever, always look at those calories.
He's absolutely right about that. And unlike the 96% beef, finding an 140 calorie bun, that isn't difficult. I can tell you that from experience. Like Remington said, it's really about avoiding the excessive ones, the ones that go up to 300 calories, like a super huge deluxe pretzel bun or something like that.
Our bun, open her up, and hit the inside of it with some 0-calorie butter spray. It's gonna add some nice flavor. Now I got my skillet preheating on a medium heat. Always preheat your skillet, makes everything way easier. And hit it with a little nonstick, and I'm gonna take the butter side of each of our buns and let them toast for about a minute or so. Lock in some of that flavor.
And you're not loading it up with unnecessary fats, which you saw both chefs do, buttering the buns and or oiling the pans. With these sprays, you can go crazy with them, like he did here, and it's no problem. Instead of 0 or 1 calories, you have 1 or 2 calories. You're all the smarter, you're all the wiser, and your stomach is all the happier.
And after about 60 seconds, you can see we got a little bit of brown on there, not burnt, still soft, but it smells so good. And we've locked in some of that butter flavor. And at this point, take one of your slices of fat-free cheese and just sit it right on your bottom bun. Now the next part happens pretty quick, because we're gonna try to cook all of this as fast as we can, add our cheese, add our bacon, just to save on time and be efficient. So I got my station set up here, all of my stuff ready to go. Boom, you see that?
Doesn't seem like it'll be that complicated, but I guess we'll see.
A little more non-stick and set our burger patties down right on here. Once it's cooked for about 2 minutes on one side, go ahead and flip them. Boom, boom, boom. And take a spatula, press it, grab another spatula, smash it, baby. Woo! And while the burgers are cooking, what I'm gonna do, take my Canadian bacon, and we got space between these burgers. You need a big skillet. I'm gonna sit it down in here in my free spots and let these cook at the same time. Just like so.
Another thing I noticed with the smash burgers, they didn't smash as well as the other ones, and that's due to the high protein content. So that definitely is a downside. The protein's gonna make it harder to spread. You don't wanna start off with anything too thick, because once it gets to this point, breaking it or flattening it any further is gonna be really hard. You're fighting with protein, not with a liquid fat.
Now our burgers can use one more flip. Boom, and then one more time, go in and smash them down. Now I'm just gonna take my cheese and lay it on top of each of these patties, and I mean, we're about done. See, this ain't so hard now, is it? Boom, boom, and boom.
He used 0 extra fat calories for cooking any of this stuff. And do you think you're gonna miss that in the flavor? Absolutely not. And all this food cooked perfectly fine without it, so it's one of the easiest ways where you can save like a very significant amount of calories in your day-to-day routine.
So take bottom patty, place it right here. Then I'm gonna grab a couple pieces of my bacon and put them right here. Do a little crisscross action, who knows? Next patty, right there. Oh, she's sliding on me. A little more bacon. I'm telling you, you don't gotta cook that bacon, but it does something to it. And then final patty. Boom. Don't you worry, boys, we still got more bacon. And then finally, smash on your top bun. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a triple anabolic smash burger.
I'm not going to lie to you and say this looks as impeccable and delicious as some of the other more popular burgers, but this still looks awesome. And it's gonna have much, much less calories. Like, it's going to be crazy how much less calories this has for virtually being the same thing.
All right, we ain't gonna play no games, man. Let's get into it while the getting's good. We take a look at that thing, man. Look at all that cheese. Look at that color. Just look at that. Just, ooh.
She looks gorgeous.
All right, enough playing around. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let go. I mean, what do you expect? She's incredible.
Look at that. Huge burger, delicious. Looks good to me. Clearly delicious for him. And in fact, I might actually skip a little forward until he gets to the calorie reveal.
83 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, only 1 gram.
All right, so 600 calories for the entire 3-patty, 4-cheese slice monstrosity, and 83 grams of protein. Many won't even get 83 grams of protein on a whole day. And with this, you're getting it in a 600 calorie burger. That is incredible. The only con I can really think of is that there are maybe other techniques you could apply here to make it taste good without adding more calories, such as maybe condiments, things of that nature. But on the pros, every single element of this burger wasn't just reasonable, but it was excellent use of calories. When you're working with just excellent parts, of course the sum is going to be excellent as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. Burger Week was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do deep dives on other foods to compare the more traditional versions to the more fit versions. I had a good time doing it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of that. If you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button. I'll really appreciate it. Your support truly means a lot, and it makes making these so much more satisfying Gives me that little pep in my step. So if you want to feed the beast, feed the ego, go ahead, hit that like button. And if you kind of like this content, you're kind of digging this Sebastian character right here, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be pumping out content all year. That's a promise, so don't miss out. And with that, I close Burger Week. Take care, see you next time.